functional medicine doctor, Dr. Orlando Thomas, joins us to share insights on insulin resistance and its impact on weight loss, breaking down the science and what it means for our health. Good morning, Doc.
Morning,
Welcome
Doc.
to Smile Jamaica.
Morning,
Doc, let me start there. We were just talking before I came in, and I said functional medicine doctor, and I kind of run a little joke, and I say as opposed to non-functional. but what does that mean, functional medicine?
Yes, functional medicine is a specialization in medicine where we focus not just on treating symptoms, but focus on understanding underlying causes for illnesses. When we do that, we have a whole new arsenal of strategies to use to not just treat, but reverse diseases.
So if I come with a cough, you want to know why I'm coughing as opposed to just give me cough medicine?
Yeah,
Basically.
and it might be that your immune system is weak, or you may be exposing yourself unnecessarily to infections.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, so when we said insulin resistance, what is that and how does it develop in the system?
Well, insulin, first of all, is an essential hormone for life. It lowers your blood sugar and gets food into your cells, so you can't live without it. But for many persons, insulin levels are going too high, and when that happens, it leads to something called metabolic syndrome. Now, metabolic syndrome consists of hypertension, diabetes, high cholesterol, PCOS, many cancers, obesity, which is why most people today die. So when your insulin is high, that is the leading cause of death worldwide. So you want to get it down.
Insulin does what?
Insulin, as I said, it's a hormone that...
Yeah, but don't people get insulin, or you have insulin in your body right through?
You naturally make insulin through your pancreas, and that's a mechanism to keep your blood sugar normal and to get your cells fed. People take insulin when they're not making enough or it's not working properly. But when your diet and lifestyle causes it to go too high, I call that insulin resistance.
All right,
That causes problems.
Double-barrel question. How I know when I need it and how I know when it's too high?
Well, you will need it if you're having symptoms of diabetes and it's not being controlled by medication. So your doctor will test and find out if your insulin levels are too low and if your sugar is high, and you get it that time. How do you know if it's too high? Well, the symptoms. You have lots of fat around the tummy. You may have irregular periods like a woman with difficulty getting pregnant. You might begin to have diabetes, hypertension, high cholesterol. All these things are signs that your insulin level is too high.
And that's the same that you would see if you have insulin resistance?
Yeah, insulin resistance is high insulin, essentially.
Is it reversible or is it just manageable?
All right, it's totally reversible. It's a lifestyle problem. And I'm going to tell you 5 things this morning to help to lower your insulin. In fact, I've treated over 15,000 patients online in the last year from 20 countries to help lower their insulin.
What?
And we have a strategy for that. So there are 5 things you need to be doing to lower insulin. One is exercise. That's kind of the most important of the lot. So you not just need to walk and jog, you need to do strength training. The more muscles you have, the lower your insulin levels, the better your insulin sensitivity. 2, you need to eat properly. And there are 2 things here. What you eat and when you eat. Yes, so what you eat is a low-carb, moderate-fat, high-protein diet, which is going to avoid sugar and grains, and I'll get to that in a minute. And you're going to be eating in a particular window. We call that intermittent fasting. So people tend to eat throughout the day and night. That's incorrect. Eating in a window of about 8 hours and fasting for 16 hours is the way that's been proven scientifically to lower insulin. Third, you want to also look at your stress levels, because stress can send up your cortisol levels and insulin levels. So managing your stress with recreation and going to the beach, relaxing with your friends is very important for fat loss and insulin reduction. You want to
Going to a play?
Yes, going to a play, laugh. That's awesome. And I did have a lot of laugh in the last election campaign, so my stress levels are way down. Yeah. Also, you want to look at your sleep. Yes, sleep does impact insulin and impact your hormones. So if you're getting less than 7 hours of sleep per night, you're going to have a problem.
Per night?
7 hours per night is the minimum. 7 to 9 hours is what you need. So you want to lose weight, you want to have no diabetes, get your sleep at night. Yes, it's very important.
Boy, Doc.
In trouble.
Yeah, and then there are some specific herbs and supplements that you can use. So things like magnesium, things like cinnamon, things like string beans that we Jamaicans have. These are excellent foods to lower insulin, get rid of insulin resistance.
Wow.
You just said that you treated a number of people, but in Jamaica, how prevalent is
insulin
resistance? Well, if you look around, maybe half of Jamaicans now are overweight or obese. So the majority of us in Jamaica, the most common cause of infertility is PCOS among our young females. Most females would consider themselves to be thick or fluffy. They are insulin resistant, they're obese. So we have coined a disease to be something sexy, but essentially most people in Jamaica are eating incorrectly, too often, the wrong things. And many of us, my patients, when I see them, diabetes, hypertension, PCOS, the obesity, it's a problem. So many of us are sick because of this very thing.
You mentioned, did you say grains?
Yeah.
Expand on it.
All right, so grains is an important issue to touch on because grains include flour, rice, cornmeal, oats. This has been like the basis of human diet for centuries. That's what we've always been eating. I've been told that whole grains are healthy. But what has happened in the last 50 years is that through science, we have genetically modified grains, we have hybridized grains, we have processed them ad infinitum. And so grains now that me and you have available are not healthy anymore. And they are the leading causes behind sugar of insulin resistance. So the diet that we propose that people go on is a grain-free diet, where you eat your regular Jamaican food, yam, banana, cocoa, dashin, vegetables, fruits, nuts, seeds. You don't have to eat rice. I don't.
No, none of the rice. I defend the dumpling.
Dumpling. Okay, well, if you want to lose weight and keep it off, you're going to have to let go of dumpling. The bread, the biscuit, the bun, the bulla, the cake, the pizza. All of those things are the top causes, yes, of insulin resistance.
Doc, you bulla and dumpling.
You want to lose weight, you don't want to lose weight. Talk to me.
I want to lose the weight.
You want some Ozempic? You want some Ozempic?
Doc,
you want?
Doc, even one dumpling and one bulla in a period of time.
Hold on. I'm an advocate of being moderate in your approach. So I'm not saying that on your birthday you can't have a slice of cake.
My birthday.
I'm not saying that when period time comes, you can't have a bulla and a pear. But most people eat these things day in, day out.
Clive.
Every day breakfast is bread and egg. Every lunchtime it's juice they're drinking. Every evening they're eating rice. If you're going to do that day in, day out, then you're going to get sick. We have, listen, Jamaica is blessed. We have abundant amount of fruits. We have vegetables galore. We have so many great staples. We have so many great recipes. Jamaica is not a place where we should have problems finding healthy, nutritious, tasty food to eat. It's easy to eat healthy in Jamaica. Very easy.
No bulla.
No
bread.
You know, Clive ate you like pies, you know. He eat a bulla every single morning.
Well, I guess he has good genetics, I don't look too fat.
In a sensible dose. So some resistance are going up here. So you mentioned the intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
Expand on it a little bit more. Where should those 8 hours be? And
all right, so intermittent fasting is having a specified eating window. And I'm this morning putting out the 16-8 plan, where you have your 2 meals, which I recommend, within a 8-hour span. So you could start at breakfast time, or you could start at lunchtime. So it's up to you based on your schedule and what you like. Some people are breakfast people that have breakfast at 8, so you have until 4 to eat your last meal. If you start at midday, you have until 8 p.m. to eat your last meal. So it's up to you. You can put that 8 hours anytime. And outside of that, you're fasting for 16 hours. In those 16 hours daily is when you're going to burn through what you've eaten, and you have another few hours left where you have no reserves on what you've eaten, so you have to dip into your fat stores. So having a long fasting period allows you to burn fat deliberately every single day. You don't need to go to the gym to burn fat. By fasting, you can burn fat and you're not dying for hunger.
So that's 16 hours you have nothing at all?
You can drink water. If you want
no
tea, you can drink tea.
Juice.
No calories. No calories. So that's a fasting. If you're taking calories, it's not a fast.
And this is an everyday thing?
Well, you can choose to do it every day. We even go further. In the 90-day plan that we have, that we do online, we have a 2-1-0 eating plan, where my clients, for 4 days of the week, they eat 2 meals a day in an 8-hour window. 2 days a week, they eat 1 meal a day and fast for 23 hours. And that 1 meal is a big meal. And 1 day a week, they have no food at all. And it's very good to have fasting every now and then in your eating plan. People don't die from fasting.
no, church people fast all the while.
All the time. In Jamaica, it's a very good thing, and people do it. People do 10-day fast, 21-day fast, and they lose weight, and they're healthier.
Doc?
He's an idiot.
I forgot think about it. I feel like if I eat 1 meal for the day, I tingle a lot. I go get dizzy. But I'm going to try it.
It's a transition that you need to make.
Okay.
So if you want to try, here's what. You have a coach. I have a great team that's been doing this for a couple of years.
Where is this team?
All right, so we are a virtual team. So we have what we call the 90-day body reset, where we take people through exercise, the 2-1-0 eating plan, with all the great meals. We have an exercise coach, which takes you to the different exercises. We have meditations to help to relax you, all on